What happened is that they made calls to themselves. They've sampled people that have the same character and the same evil thoughts that they have, and they contacted them secretly. For example, I am living in Abuja, and people living in somebody living in that Port Harcourt where you are came. People living in Oyo and Lagos came. Somebody living in Gombe came. And they had a meeting, they called it emergency meeting. They didn't even form a quorum. The end of the meeting is not a meeting you do without forming a quorum. And again, to remove the national chairman of a political party, no matter the circumstance, you must call for NWC emergency, then you call for next meeting emergency. That's for the national chairman. So none of this were done.
But there were reports of forgery of certain documents. Reports of forgery of certain documents. There were reports of forgery of certain documents, and these issues were taken to court.
As far as I know, a court have not convicted Abure. And if you say that there was a restraining order, did you even mention? You didn't mention there was also an order stopping anybody from suspending Abure and all the national officers of the party. My brother, look, we know the antics of opposition, and the secrets are gradually coming out. The sponsors, people putting in their money for this, are gradually coming out. It will be open to Nigerians because people like us, the youths, are looking up to me to always tell them the truth.
So are you saying that the Labour Party is currently being attacked by opposition political parties? Is that what you're insinuating?
You have just said it. Said the Labour Party is being hijacked, not even attacked. You know the way they hijack plane? That is how Labour Party is undergoing hijack process now. But it's not going to work. He that goes to equity must come with clean hands. Yes, you can't say you had an emergency meeting when you did not put it on platform of the NWC. No invitation to that meeting. No notification for that meeting. Will it stand? No. It's a nullity. And that is why somebody like me, people like us are saying that that is an illegal operation. It cannot stand. Even if there is a restraining order, even if there is a judgment, order is not a judgment. And you cannot act based on judgment. And you cannot act based on an order. It's a total judgment on your chairman. And this is a chairman that have brought our party to this height. Why are we going to be hasty? Okay, there is a judgment. Are we to enforce the judgment? There is a restraining order. Are we the one to enforce it? Is it the members of the family? For example, Papa, Mama, Pikin. There's an issue in the family. So when they say, Papa, don't go out, is it Mama and Papa? Is it Mama and child that will be enforcing it? That you must not go out. Is it not the same court that gave the restraining order that should enforce it? Why will the family members now be enforcing it? It should tell Nigerians that something is fishing. Because if we are one family, if we are working together, the moment one, if you read the Bible, Jesus Christ at some point said they started looking for one sheep and left the others. For those that read Bible, one sheep is important. So if anything happens to a seal of authority of Labour Party, is it members of Labour Party that will now begin to fight the chairman?
But Mr. Kennedy, because of the time, it seemed like the Labour Party is having this sort of leadership issues across, not just at the centre, but also in the states. I mean, here in Rivers State, we're aware of what occurred and what's happening with the leadership. And the emergency meeting that you said did not hold also reinstated executive members from Ogun State, Rivers State, and Gombe State. We know particularly in Rivers State here what the situation was like and how Mr. Daniel has continuously said he is still the chairman of the Labour Party in Rivers State. Is that still the case?
Anyway, I don't. Anybody can acclaim whatever he wants to acclaim, but to also prove that it's a hijack, the first emergency meeting by the state new party NWC, the first assignment is to reinstate, for example, Arabambi, who was seen clearly, former publicity secretary, who was seen clearly raising the hand of the Abuja of Ogun State to tell you where they are coming from. He rose the hand of a sitting governor, telling him that he will go for another term when Labour Party have their own governorship candidate. He worked in their campaign and delivered the Abiodun, and now he's lobbying
the party. But your party presidential candidate before the election was in Rivers State. If you remember, when he was invited during the commissioning of one of the projects, and he also had said, asked that he be supported for the presidential election, and then for the other ones, referring to the election in the state, while he was speaking at that particular ceremony, said we will discuss about it. Many took that to heart and felt, why aren't you supporting your candidate in the state as well?
He said we will discuss about it. Did we discuss about it? Didn't you see our governorship candidate? Didn't you see how your governor in Rivers State fought the Labour Party eventually? So was that a party position to support Wike? Was there any party? Did you see Labour Party direct is members to support Wike? If not, that some members of Labour Party, some officers of Labour Party from that region went and said they are supporting Wike. That is not the position of the Labour Party. We went into this election to win election. My brother, what has been happening in the party is that some individuals, because Labour Party is a party, Social Democratic Party is a social party for social democrats, so people don't usually come to Labour Party. But since it became a hot cake. So, but what they usually do before I even joined the party in 2017 is that they wait for every 4 years. These individuals wait for every 4 years to do business with Labour Party, and that has stopped. And they are no longer finding their feet, and that is why they are fighting. Because things have changed totally for them. Their business have stopped. No more business for them. It can no longer be business as usual. So that is why they are now fighting to take back the party and put it under the cupboard where they kept it in. The party is now a national party, well accepted internationally. So we cannot, like, for example, why did we suspend the former youth leader? Why did we suspend the former police secretary? The evidences are there. They went through processes. How come that a day these people just met for Abure to go, and they took over, and the first assignment is to reinstate people that went through processes to be suspended. It shows that something is in the cupboard that we've not seen, and we are waiting for it to come out.
Okay, while we wait for the Labour Party to sort its house and we get to know exactly who your chairman would be, one chairman at least, and not have more than one person claiming ownership of that position.
My brother, you're a journalist. You go and check out with INEC who is still the chairman. Call IG of police who is still the chairman.
You just mentioned INEC.
Who is the chairman?
I was about coming to INEC.
For you to find out.